This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
3, 2.
Thank you, David. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to DBL. It's Tuesday, July 27th. I'm Tori here with Lindsay and Al. Let's get started. We do begin with some shocking news. You may have heard about star gymnast Simone Biles. She dropped out of the team finals at the Olympics. Biles walked off the gym floor after competing and flubbing on the vault. Now, NBC reports she did withdraw due to medical issues, but apparently it's not physical. Biles said, quote, "I'm just not in the right headspace." Here's what gold medalist Aly Raisman had to say about it on the Today Show.
First of all, I feel sick to my stomach. It's horrible. I'm obviously praying that she'll be able to compete in the all-around final. I think that Simone is the biggest story going into the Olympics. So this is just, it's really, really devastating. But I think it's also just really important to think about like how much pressure has been on her. And there's only so much that someone can take. You know, she's human, and I think sometimes people forget that.
That's true. So how did the U.S. women's gymnastics team do overall? Well, spoiler alert, they ended up taking home the silver after losing to Russia, but still very good. So Simone basically was doing a vault when I watched, and you could see her sort of give up the vault, which they teach gymnasts to do if you're not going to full out do it, and land sort of half doing it and then just walk straight off. What did you guys think about this and her response, Linz?
I think we have to remember that she's only 24 years old, and being in the Olympics is like this 4-year cycle of an addictive drug, in my opinion, because in that between time, you can go through isolation, depression as you prepare for the next 4 years. And I was reading an article in Time magazine, and one of the head physicians at the Olympics said, you know, if you look at the percentages of people who have mental illness in general, it ranges from 40 to 50% in America. And now if you look at people that are athletes and teenagers and young adults, that looks to him more like 70%.
Wow.
And so I don't think that she's the only one dealing with mental health issues when it comes to the Olympics and all that pressure surrounding you to be the best and not beat anybody else but yourself. Because since 1992, she's qualified for more gymnastic events than anybody else since 92. So she's not just doing something regular. People call her the GOAT, the greatest of all time, for a reason.
For a reason.
And so think about if yourself is your only competition, like where do you go if you can't beat your record from last time?
Very interesting. She also told Hoda Al, I'm not going to lose a medal for this country, even for these girls. They work too hard. It's not worth it, especially when you have 3 amazing athletes who can step up. And she told the girls, I love you. I'm sorry, but you're going to be just fine. I love you. I've been to an Olympics. This is your first. You go out there and you kick ass, okay? What do you think?
It was good to hear, you know, other people saying that they love her too. You know, Lindsay, you were talking about isolation, and I feel like that was the one thing that she was denied. Because, you know, don't forget our women's gymnastics team has been embroiled in a sexual assault scandal for the last 5 or 6 years, on top of being a young black woman who is not only the face of girl boss power youth, but also the face of sexual assault. And also you're supposed to be perfect. And also you're the queen of TikTok.
And also Black Lives Matter happened just now, right?
I'm thinking, Tori, she's 24.
Yeah.
At 24, I was teaching middle school in Miami, looking forward to Fridays because they had 2-for-1s at Chili's. You could get, if you bought 1 margarita, you got a second.
You were a goat then, man. Goat.
And I couldn't imagine.
Right.
The pressure would be like, oh, don't forget to pick your mama from the airport next Thursday.
Right.
And the fact that she is the global face for 3 or 4 gigantic movements, I can't believe she made it this long. So shout out to her. Take your time. Go to Hawaii. You've done your part. I hope she finds peace.
I completely agree. Let us know what you guys think. It was a shock, but Naomi Osaka also, when she dropped out of Wimbledon and all that for mental health, I was like, finally, they're humans. Let them be humans. All right. Speaking of star athletes, there's been a lot of high hopes for Team USA, but its biggest athletes seem to be fading, okay? So the U.S. women's softball team just lost the gold medal to Japan. They took home the silver instead. The U.S. men's basketball team, which lost in its first game against France. This was a surprise loss, and it broke the team's 25-game Olympic winning streak. Now, the U.S. women's soccer team also lost last week in its first match against Sweden, but they did come back to beat New Zealand. And the U.S. men's volleyball team suffered a big loss yesterday to Russia. These losses aren't just affecting team sports. Star swimmer Ryan Murphy couldn't defend his gold in the 100-meter backstroke. He ended up with the bronze. Swimmer Katie Ledecky also failed to win gold.
I call the bronze just darker gold.
That's such a good call.
Yeah. That's the way to put a positive spin on it.
I actually have a psychological thing that says the happiest person who medals is the bronze person, because the gold, you're okay, but you're always like wanting more. Silver, you almost got gold, but bronze, you didn't get fourth.
Right,
It sounds like you guys are giving out participation trophies.
That's it.
That's it. That's it.
Bronze ones.
Bronze ones, dark gold ones. Swimmer Katie Ledecky also failed to win gold in the 400-meter freestyle. She got silver instead. Star player, tennis player, like I was saying, Naomi Osaka was eliminated in the third round today. It's a big loss for Japan, who had pinned its hopes on her taking home the gold. But some of these big losses means that some lesser-known athletes are getting their chance to shine, like this Lydia Jacoby. She's 17. She's the first U.S. woman to strike gold in the Tokyo Games pool. She won the 100-meter breaststroke, even beating fellow teammate Lily King. Her fans and family in Alaska were watching, and if you go and YouTube it, they start screaming, and the whole race, they're like, ah, ah! They go crazy. It's a great thing to watch a reaction video to.
But don't you remember how Naomi Osaka became the household name that she did? She beat Serena Williams, who was coveted as like definitely winning that match. You know, she obviously was the greatest of all time, and I think that that made room for this beautiful new woman that we know about, while we praise both of them for all their accomplishments.
True.
And so I don't think it's a bad thing that, you know, the same stars that we love in America, but there are other countries cheering for other people, and if they get a time to shine or a moment to take the spotlight, I don't think that we should be so upset like, oh, our superstars didn't win, so they suck.
And they got silvers and bronze. We're not talking about like not even qualifying. Like, come on, like, good job. I went to a participation trophy school. You can tell.
Sound like a kindergarten teacher right now. No matter what, y'all did well.
Did you have fun?
Yeah, no, honestly, it's like, to your point, they didn't pull their name out of a hat.
Yeah.
The people, do you know how good the gymnasts for Japan are? Like, can your brain understand how good they are?
Yeah, right.
Like, the fact that they were even, like, I always wanted, like, the Olympics to send, like, somebody like me.
Yeah, right.
So, like, a regular person.
Just as a reference point.
This is what happens when a regular person runs 100 meters and gets the worst guy.
I think I would do good personally.
I want you to go pregnant.
Do the high jump.
In her floaties, doing the back foot.
She's all like, come get me, come get me. All right, let's talk about this. What is in a name? We're still talking sports here, because that's exactly what a number of pro sports teams are asking right now. So if you didn't know, the Kansas City Chiefs will not be changing their name anytime soon. The organization's president said they're keeping it, but they are retiring their mascot. It's a horse named War Paint. Of course, this all follows the news last week that Cleveland
Cavs.
Thank you.
But Indians.
Baseball
but now
team
Guardians.
has rebranded, as Al is saying. They are no longer the Cleveland Indians. Now they are the Cleveland Guardians. They made the announcement in this slick video narrated by Tom Hanks himself. Take a look.
We protect what we've earned and always defend it. Together we stand with all who understand what it means to be born and built from the land. Because this is the city we love and the game we believe in. And together, we are all Cleveland Guardians.
Okay, so Tom Hanks is not from Cleveland. Not sure why he
has a good voice.
He does.
But like, pick a Cleveland. Like,
why are you hating because Tom Hanks is trying to attach himself to a winner?
Maybe pick a Cleveland person. You're a Cleveland person.
I am, and you know, my first memories of sports are my Uncle Ben, who's watching in South Carolina.
What's
on
up,
Facebook.
Uncle Ben?
But yeah, he took me to my first formerly Cleveland Indians, now Cleveland Guardians game. And you know, I know a lot of people are making a big deal about the name change, but honestly, I've talked to a lot of Ohioans, and a lot of people don't realize that the Guardians, there's actually a bridge that connects the waterfront, and you'll see that that's right there. It's called the Guardian Bridge.
Oh.
And you see the logo is like the side of the whatever's on his head. So that's where we get the new name from, and it kind of has the D-I-A-N-S at the end as well to kind of keep a little bit of the old school name. So I think it's a perfect name, and it's a name that I don't feel weird about saying on television.
Yeah, exactly. Like
So
my
I'll take
Washington
it.
football team, too.
Yes.
I have a hard time with that,
I think there's been 5 decades of demonstrations for some of these team names, and so it's about time. And if we think about, I know people grew up loving these names and growing up on these names, but is it more important to you to love the name or to offend, hurt, and you know, a group of people that have already been wronged by this country? I think it's about time, you know, a little bit late in my opinion, but I'm happy that they're making the steps.
And also, Lynn's, bunch of team names have changed. It used to be Syracuse Orangemen, now it's the Syracuse Orange. Has been for a long time. They used to call the game between the Florida Gators and the Texas Longhorns the Red River Shootout, and now they call it the Red River Rivalry because they didn't want the violence in there. It used to be the Washington Bullets.
Bullets, I was going to say the Bullets were the Wizards.
And we're all still here. We're all alive. You're here?
Yeah.
Okay?
She's there.
Okay.
Just,
okay.
some people disagree. They say this is such an ignorant move. Using the Indian moniker doesn't denigrate Native Americans. It elevates them. I'd love to hear from a Native American.
Right, that's
not
what I'm
from
like.
you. Thank you for writing in. Keep writing us in, and we'll get to your comments coming up on DBL. Our favorite show, Al and I can't stop talking about this. Love After Lockup. 2 women from the reality show join us to talk about falling in love with men behind bars. Guys, it's a great guilty pleasure. And Dr. Coley is here.
Yes.
She answers our questions about COVID and a new CDC recommendation. Don't worry, we got you. No fear, just facts. That doesn't matter. I went to, okay, here's the deal I'm getting from the booth, which is very helpful. They're helping me a lot. They said this. He interned at the Cleveland Tom Hanks Summer Theater for a couple of summers.
Oh, there's a little gem about why he did it?
Yeah, and so I'm like, I went to summer camp in Maine, and I'm not a Maynard.
Okay, I'm
I don't
about to
think
be
that's a maniac.
I'm about to go left real quick, but bear with me. Who did a car commercial for like GM during the Super Bowl? Was he from Detroit?
Wait, say that again?
It was an actor that did a car commercial.
No, McConaughey does
Lincoln.
Come on, it was somebody. Everybody was like, wait.
Oh, Clint Eastwood.
Was it Clint Eastwood? Is he from Detroit? Like, I wonder.
He's
if-
certainly not. I don't think he's from Detroit.
Okay, because everyone really thought that was a powerful ad, and it was like, well, I think it's the voice
Well,
that's
you
bringing
No, but it wasn't so
Powerful voice is
specific.
familiar.
But yeah, but you don't want to be. For Cleveland, I want the voice to connect me to that space because it's such a Cleveland town-oriented location. Like LeBron, someone like
But Detroit
Jerry.
is like supposed to be tough. It's a tough city, and that's Clint Eastwood's voice is associated with westerns.
Right, that's not Detroit.
But he's still a tough guy.
No, I get it, but that's different than like for me. If it's
In my mind, when I heard it, I thought he was from Detroit. I'm not gonna lie. I just was like, wow.
I'm sorry,
that
did you
guy-
leave from the place to do an
Detail.
ad?
Well, yeah, no, Tom Hanks is like, we are Cleveland.
Excuse me, she went
We
to
are
you first for the
Guardians.
story because you're from there.
That's true.
I just think it's odd that Tom Hanks did. Again, I love. Okay, Jody's like, you won't think it's weird. Apparently, he's got a big Cleveland connection. I'm gonna read the article and update you guys
Yeah, we
on
need
that.
more of the
but I don't
connection.
know. Still skeptical. Thank you, Jody.
Here and there, but not much.
Welcome back to DBL. Although we've made strides in trying to put the pandemic behind us, we're not out of the woods yet. So just this morning, the CDC announced updated mask guidelines. We got you guys, all facts, no fear. We got Dr. Pyle Coley here. She joins us live. Thank you, Doc. All right, and we've got some viewer questions, of course, after that announcement. So let's get to that. We're going to start with Leo from Facebook. He says, I just heard that the CDC is recommending vaccinated people should wear masks indoors again. Is the pandemic moving backwards?
It really is. I mean, it feels like that, and unfortunately it is. And I would like to use the analogy because the Olympics are going on right now. We're playing a team sport, but half of our team is playing a different play.
Yeah, right.
Those are the unvaccinated people, and the vaccinated people are playing a different play. So we're losing the game because we're not all playing the same play. So once we get those people vaccinated, we can put this all in the rearview mirror. But for now, it feels like a step back.
That's my federal mandate that no one agrees
really
with.
hoping she wasn't going to say that. It's fine. Everything's fine. All right, Doc, we have a lot of questions. Obviously, this one comes from Jamie on YouTube. Says, I'm flying with my unvaccinated kids to Disney World this summer. What should I do to keep them from catching COVID-19?
Yes, great question. So I was on a plane the other day, and I was the only idiot on the plane wiping my seat down and making sure I put my mask back on after I took my drink and what have you. So I think we have let our guard down. So if you're flying with kids who are unvaccinated because they're not eligible, make sure masks are the most important thing, but make sure to keep their hands clean. make sure to wipe everything that they're touching, remind them not to touch their faces, because we really have to be their shield because they can't get the vaccine.
So just get a Clorox wipe, guys. Just wipe that stuff down.
I know, we got to stay vigilant.
Yeah.
We have a question from Rita on Facebook. She says, I'm vaccinated, but I'm concerned about my kids participating in vaccine trials. So are these trials safe for kids, Dr. Coley?
Yeah, great question. So we don't yet know if this vaccine is safe for kids. That's what we're trying to find out. Does it work and is it safe? But a huge advantage of participating in the vaccine trials is our kids get first access to the vaccine if it is safe. So it's really a decision that every parent has to make with their pediatrician. You're a parent, Al. What do you think? Would you put your kid in a trial?
Yeah. Bradford's turning 7 on Saturday, so I feel like that'd be a great birthday gift. Here's a shot.
Almost. Here's a shot.
He's not going to like you. He's not going to like you very much.
It's not the shot we all want. All right, Miguel from Twitter says, I'm a single dad and settling into life with part-time kids. Is it more important to disinfect surfaces or make them wear masks when they visit? Otherwise, we want you to do both, but if you had to pick one.
Yes, great question, because I just talked about the Clorox, but it's really not as important as wearing the masks because we know primary mode of transmission, aerosols, person-to-person spread. Secondary, very small amount is through surfaces or fomites, as we call them.
Fomites. So masks are the way to go. Okay,
That's right.
Interesting. If you have a question for Dr. Coley, of course, send an email to info@dailyblastlive.com. I know it's not what we all kind of wanted to hear, but I also think knowledge is power and it's important to stay updated. But how do you feel about this kind of a bummer?
You know, I feel bad, Tori, because last year we didn't have a choice. We were stuck. This year, we live in the US of A, which has access to the vaccines. There are countries all over the world that don't have this choice to make, and I feel like we're being a little irresponsible by ignoring it.
Wow. Thank you so much, Dr. Coley. We'll be right back.
Now that there is a fourth wave of COVID sweeping over the U.S., fueled by the Delta variant, the debate over masks is heating up again. But it turns out your old cloth mask might not cut it. Let's connect the dots. Any way you look at it, the Delta variant is a lot more contagious, with evidence indicating that it can travel from person to person in just seconds and with limited contact. Researchers have found people infected with Delta have 1,000 times higher viral load than people infected with the original coronavirus strain. That has helped it race across the country, and it has public health officials asking even vaccinated people to wear masks again. But we're not talking just any mask. The former head of the FDA, Scott Gottlieb, says we need to be talking about high-quality masks like N95 respirators. Those are the medical-grade masks. They provide more protection than cloth or surgical masks. Cloth masks can be problematic because they don't filter out enough particles, and surgical masks don't fit tight to your face. Now, there is one group that should not be wearing N95s. That's children. They have not been approved for use in kids, and probably more importantly, can be uncomfortable to wear for long periods of time. Experts say it's better to find a mask that kids can wear comfortably to encourage them to use them. And of course, your best protection is a COVID-19 vaccine.
Welcome back to DBL. For Love After Lockups, Rachel and Lindsay, not even federal prison stands in the way of their love for their husbands. Earlier, I spoke to these ladies about pairing up with prisoners. In today's DBL Spotlight, take a look. Rachel and Brittany, welcome to DBL. Now, first and foremost, Brittany, I'm going to start with you, my dear. Now, look, the world saw you with Mr. You Have the Right to Remain Silent, but you saw Mr. Right. What was it that you saw?
I saw a wonderful man. I mean, he's just a good person altogether. It was easy for me to see past his criminal history and that where he resided at the time, which was in federal prison.
Now, Rachel, I'm coming to you now, girl. Now, Doug's actually the second convicted felon that you've been in a committed relationship. What attracts you to inmates versus like a gainfully employed engineer?
You know, I like the tattoo guy. I like the steamy relationship that's different.
Rachel seems very happy.
I'll walk outside.
But my gut made me sick from the minute I met him.
Now, when you picked up Doug, let's just say that you hadn't made the marriage official yet. What was it like that first night when they got home? Like, what was it like getting together? I mean, it had been a while.
It felt perfect. It felt right. It was something that I had been waiting for quite some time.
Now, I got to ask you guys, let's keep it 100 here. How do your families feel about your relationships? Like, have there been any issues? Well, what do you say, Brittany?
My family, especially my mother, is not having it.
I mean, there's a reason why I haven't told you all about him, because he's in prison.
Oh, girl. No.
It was tough. It still is.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. My girl said the T-shirts that you guys had when you went and picked them up, she was like, that was just a really sweet, heartfelt thing to do. Was that your idea, the T-shirts, you belong here?
It was. And you know what? I got so much backlash about the T-shirts. And you know what? I'm going to tell you, we're from the South, and I felt that was like, it was a family reunion. I thought it was appropriate to have the shirts, welcome him. We're all together. We're a united front. You belong here, Ray. Welcome home.
I don't know why anybody's acting like there's ever been a black family reunion without matching T-shirts. That has never happened. It will never happen. If you see it, those are not real black folks. Those are cops. Now,
thank you.
Now, Rachel, now that you're living together, what if you had to teach him about the outside world that he wasn't used to in prison because he was gone for a little while?
I basically had to teach him about how to get a driver's license, how to use a smartphone, how to get a bank account, paying bills, doing chores around the house, being a responsible, productive member of society.
All right, well, this one's for both of you guys. What tip would you give people that are trying to help reacclimate convicts that have been released?
Just giving them a chance, believing in rehabilitation and redemption. Our prisons, they're really not structured around rehabilitation like we'd like to think. It's more punishment. That would be the best advice I can give anyone. Just support, just being prepared yourself.
It's empathy, opening and understanding that they came from a completely different lifestyle than what you and I are used to. Not having to be worried about just going to bed at night. Out here is completely different. So it takes time to get acclimated to the free world.
Well, Brittany and Rachel, you guys got to come back and keep us updated. But for today, thank you for joining us. We really appreciate you guys. DBL Nation, do me a favor, do yourselves a favor. Don't miss Love After Lockup Fridays on WeTV. We'll be right back. Thanks, y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
The pandemic had a lot of Americans looking for financial relief wherever they could find it, and the government stimulus aimed to get it to them. But we received a handful of emails like this one from viewer Angela asking, does Congress give homeowners a relief program for mortgage payments? And she cites the website lowermybill.com. We found this similar claim boasting a $3,500 benefit for homeowners owing less than $331,000 on their home. So let's verify. Is there a Congress-approved homeowner relief program for mortgage payments? For our sources, we talked to Brandy Whitmire, a Dallas-based mortgage loan originator. She looked at the offers and says,
no, it's complete, like, it's clickbait, it's basically.
Tricky advertising. Whitmire says these companies take a few partial truths and combine them into a broad claim that is not really what it appears. Mortgage companies Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac are backed by the government, but calling these programs or these advertisements a Congress-approved relief program is misleading.
It's broken down. This ad is broken down to different segments of what could be a refinance opportunity with basically 3 different sectors.
What they want is for you to click that box and fill out a form that may or may not produce some kind of refinance opportunity to save money. But the broad claim of a Congress-approved mortgage relief program, we're going to verify that is false.
Yeah, it doesn't mean it's not possible, but it does not mean, no, this is not a everyone gets this. There's a, no, not at all.
If you've been affected financially by the COVID-19 pandemic, the government does offer mortgage forbearance for federally backed or FHA loans on single-family homes.
Welcome back to DBL. As we pray and hope for the end of this epidemic, it is now more important than ever before to consider buying a life insurance policy. So we're chatting about it on today's Bang for Your Buck, presented by The Hartford. Now, while some of the largest life insurance companies may not have asked you if you've been vaccinated against COVID-19, having an active infection may make it difficult for you to get insured. So insurers may postpone your application until you recover from the infection, putting you and your beneficiaries at risk if you develop a serious case of the disease. So this is just one of the many reasons why you should call your doctor to talk about getting vaccinated. The shots work. They will protect you from a serious case of the disease, and to protect yourself and your family's future, we've made it easy for you. For quality and affordable insurance, the Buck's got your back. The Hartford will be happy to provide you solutions. Call the Hartford at 1-800-684-6085 or visit thehartford.com to learn more. I just want to steal a line from Dr. Coley, who said it's now become the pandemic of the unvaccinated, and I think that's fair to say that that's where the danger lies, and that's important to keep saying that over and over again. Please get vaccinated if you haven't.
I saw a story about a guy that tweeted, like, I got 99 problems, but a vaccine one, and then he just passed away.
Oh, man.
And I think that, you know, it's one of those things where it is a choice. I don't believe that they should do a federal mandate right now, but I do think that you need to take into consideration the people that you're around and how you might be spreading it and all those kind of things, because, you know, the Delta variant looks really real.
Yeah.
And we did this
We
at
don't
the
want
same
this coming
time
back.
last year.
Yeah, we don't want this coming back. Exactly. All right, guys, DBL's new every day. We're here for you. We'll see you same time, same place tomorrow. Bye, guys.
Thank you.